Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about a 56 Ford Sunliner convertible, one of my favorite year Fords, and I think one of the best ones Ford ever did. So we'll give you all the details in a minute. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in wonderful Rogers, Minnesota, the home to close to 100 classic and collectible cars, ranging from cars all the way back in the 20s up into the 70s and beyond. Everything from resto mods, muscle cars, you name it, we've got it. Check it out at our website at www.ellingsonmotorcars.com for our latest, newest arrivals, our new additions, and our current inventory. You can check that 24 hours a day. And you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish. We're going to have a cold start, a nice walk around, giving you more time to look at the details of this really, really spectacular car. For me, I'm a Ford guy. For 56 Ford has to be one of my favorites. I just really, really have liked these cars since I was a little kid. I really have. And, you know, Fiesta red and Colonial white is probably one of the best color combinations I think you could have for a 50s convertible of all things. Isn't this car just spectacular in terms of how nice the chrome is? I just love, I mean, this sets a car off for me. The wire wheels with the radial wide whitewall tires, which makes this car ride down the road just really, really nice. And I just, like I say, they had so much attention to details in 1956. They had all the different, you know, everything said Ford. You could look at things, you look right here, it says the Thunderbird V8, you know, that's just, and it has the rocket ship basically pointing straight ahead in the middle of the hood. As a kid, that was one of my favorite things, the hood ornaments on these old cars. You got the very reliable 292 Ford V8 4-barrel in this car. This car actually even has power brakes, which is really a nice thing to have on some of these old cars, just because we kind of get used to the way cars handle. You know, you get in your new car and get one of these old cars, you hit the brakes, and when they got standard brakes, you're kind of like, I got to push the pedal a lot harder, you know? So it's just one of those things. It's just a nice improvement for this particular car. Take a look at the inside of this car. It is correct. It's with the red and the white guts. Beautiful steering wheel, horn ring. No one has messed with the inside of the car. You know, a lot of times they'll hack stuff out, put different gauges in, have an aftermarket radio. No, this is just the way this car looked in 1956. Like I said, beautiful interior all the way around. A white power top, of course. So if you happen to get caught in the rain or whatever, it's just a flick of a button, pull, zoop, top goes up, and away you go, which is really nice. You know, once in a while we get caught by a rain shower, unexpectedly, of course. Another thing about these old cars that I always like is the vent windows. I don't know, it was just one of those things as a kid, you know, parents in that time and day and age smoked a lot. It was just part of what people did. You open that, at least you got some of the smoke out of us kids in the back seat, you know, that kind of stuff. Other than that, yeah, we got, you know, it's just, I mean, everything matches, you know what I mean? You got the seats match, the dash match, the white with the red, the white walls. I mean, all that stuff is really nice. This car also has a Continental kit, which is one of those popular accessory items that they had back in the 50s. It was a place to put a spare tire, of course. You could put one in the trunk as well, but it was just one of those things that kind of gave it a little extra touch of class. Also has fender skirts, as you can see in the pictures as well. And the other thing that people often forget, 1956. First year that Ford went to 12-volt ignition systems batteries. Just starts a lot better, in my opinion, than the old 6 volts, although you get a good 6 volt. They use those for many, many years, and they still were just fine. So yeah, you got dual exhaust. You get a little performance out of this thing. Nothing beats going down the freeway or down the country road, top down, arm hanging out the window. What a neat thing to do. You can find all our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram as well. Give us a like. Leave us a comment or subscribe. I'm sure you'll find interesting things about this car and many of our other ones that we've had in the past and currently have in inventory as well. But if you're like me, a lot of times if I'm going to look at an old car, I'd like to come and look at it in person. It's just one of those things that sometimes I just got to do, just got to get my hands on it, got to touch it, whatever. We are open to the public from Monday through Friday, from 10 until 5, and Saturdays 10 to 4. Closed holidays, but we are open other days all the time. So you can certainly make arrangements to come on down. We'd love to show you our current inventory. You want to look at this beautiful Ford, you know, we've got it right here on the sales floor. Nice climate controlled building, everything to your liking. 45 minutes away from the international airport. So easy to get to in every circumstance. So if you're looking for a really nifty Ford, yeah, me being a 56 Ford guy, I just love the wide trim on this thing. A little wider, it looks similar to 55, but on the 56, it's a little wider. Just a nice little touch that Ford was doing to add a little more class. So come on down. We would love to have you come in person. We'll show you around, and I'm sure you're going to find something here that you'll fall in love with.